Hello everyone, good afternoon, good evening. Hopefully your day has been doing well. Thank you for stopping by. We're going to be playing some Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. Do I have anything today? Nope. I basically just woke up, did a few things, and then wanted to take a nap. Took a nap, and regretted the nap. Because the room was just too warm. And I hated that feeling. Warp Blammer, yes. But yeah, this game was gifted to me, Rogue Trader, during Christmas, and I've just been sitting there for a while. I'm like, I should finally play this. I should finally play this. Also helped that they released another DLC for it, so I'm like, okay, it's still going on, still getting support, and apparently a lot of other things going on. Also, apparently there's a mod section. I don't know what that's gonna be about, but that'll be interesting in the future. But it's also a good story introduction. So far from what I read and looked into, is apparently plays very well into the story or the world. What kind of mods? I don't know. You know what? Now I have to Google. Hold on. What kind of mods am I gonna get with Warhammer 40k? Probably a few interesting ones for sure. Adult themed portraits. Yep, that's number one. Commissar Unleashed. I don't know what that means. Oh, don't tell me like the mods are just portraits. Give me something that's not portraits. Here for something interesting. Combat drug down. Remove combat drug downsides. There we go. That's a good mod, probably. Free mercenaries. Maybe. Lower accurate weapons and armor. Okay, now I'm getting to the good stuff. Different archetypes. Okay, yeah. It took a few pages, but I got to the parts where it's like actually related to the game. And not just portrait changes. Like actual different classes. Custom ships, better ships. Changing armor colors. More variant weapons. Difficulty slider? Interesting. Why do I need a difficulty slider? Alright, gonna close that back up. But yeah, the fact that they actually just have like a folder for mods. You know what, let's just get into the game. Let me show you. They literally have a DLC and mods. You have no installed mods. The fact that they have it there kind of lets me know that they're kind of open. What's cooperative mode? create your own lobby, make all players have the same server region, choose characters, play the game together. Oh. Okay. I mean, that's good. It's rare for games like this to actually have like a co-op mode. Which is why I'm glad for games like, well, Baldur's Gate being number one. Then Divinity Original Sin. That's the one. Especially the second one where you actually have four I think, yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2 had 4 multiplayer. Or 4 people co-op. Or the first one was just 2-player co-op. Made by the same studios of who made Baldur's Gate, so makes sense. They learned from their past. This game, however, I looked into the company a little bit. They have a few other games here and there, but they mainly do focus on, well, games like this. So we're gonna see how good it is, how well they are, and they're making another game that has like feudal Japan with magic and technology. So I'm interested to see what else this company can do besides 40K and the previous titles that they've had. I don't know. I can't think off the top of my head. I just remember looking through it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's interesting. So let's go ahead and start a new game. Main story. Is it, wait, because there are mods for different scenarios? That'd be interesting. We're gonna have all the DLCs on. We want the difficulty. Grim Darkness. In the grim darkness of the far future, there's only war. This mode is the ultimate challenge for the boldest Lord Captains who truly immerse themselves. All decision victories and losses in the grim dark mode are final and irreversible. Ah, Iron Man mode. If your party or a void ship is defeated in battle, your grim darkness journey ends there. You'll be offered to either honorably accept your fate and delete the save or continue the game in custom mode. Ah. What's unfair? Unfair level is unfair. Yeah, very, very true. Okay. Not recommended for a player unfamiliar with the Warhammer 40K system. Got it. CRPGs infrequently. Yeah, I play CRPGs infrequently, not frequently. So we'll just go with normal. Choose my character. Why not custom character? Because I feel like custom characters are always better. Choose my portrait. A devout sister, that's a little bit of fanatical faith, yeah, maybe. Ooh, sorcerer of some sort. A big fat guy? Ooh. Yep. I guess they kind of match to the portrait, so that's interesting. They don't do hair well. That's pretty close. I mean, I'm glad they matched the portraits a little bit. That's actually a plus in my book. Because then I'm like, the portrait is so off to what my character looks like. I do not want... Might go for that. I don't want to be full. I don't know what I really want to be is the problem. So let's just go with this. A regular commissar captain, I guess. I guess this is default rogue trader person. I'll go with that. Ooh, tattoo. Can my arms just be covered in skulls? No, but I gotta have a chaos symbol on my arm. Why do I want a chaos symbol on my arm? There we go, skulls. Augments. Ooh. None of them really replace my eye, it looks like. I have one going in the nose. I think we'll keep with that one. Put it on the other side. Yeah. Augment 2. Ooh. Eye replacement one? No. Voice?
I did fine. The higher will has guided us to triumph.
Heretic?
Empyrean, take this sacrifice.
All hands, prepare for acceleration. Let the bodies pile. Lads!
Blood and mayhem shall be our anthem.
Yeah, let's go Heretic. Okay. Homeworld. What does this do? Survival instinct. Okay, we got a lot to look at. What does Fortress World do? Never stop shooting. Each time a Fortress World character kills an enemy, they gain plus 10 stack. Never stop shooting. At the start of the turn, there is a stack chance to never stop shooting. First attack round costs 0 action points will not count toward the attack. That sounds good. Perception and psychic powers. Oh, there's a lot. Hold on. Okay, well, let's start with Death World. Death World, we get survival instinct once per combat. When wound of a Death World character drops below, they gain 20% of the maximum. Okay, so strength, toughness. Okay, tank is what I'm seeing. I'm classifying Death World as frontline tank person. Voidborn. We got willpower, strength, and willpower, intelligence, and then minus strength. So possibly Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry, characteristic, or skill test. This chance cannot be greater than the base success. Any enemy dodge or parry against a Voidbear character has a chance to fail. Okay. I mean, that sounds pretty good. Bloody mess. Okay. Anytime it scores a crit hit, there's a 10% chance double the damage. Okay, if we go for crit build, why do I have willpower though? Willpower, I say psychic powers, intelligence, lore. More damage with non-burst ranged area attacks. Non-burst ranged area attacks? burst range area attacks, I believe, would be like Fireball. What's a non-burst ranged? Alright, well. Luck. Grants the ally the ability to reroll any failed attack. Okay. Jinx. Character more than 50 chance to include all creatures. Don't know about that one. 20% chance to survive after suffering lethal damage. Okay. Hive World. Fellowship agility minus willpower. Gonna guess like a roguish. I don't know what that means. If Hive World character has melee superiority against the enemy, the affected one. Okay. Don't know how that goes. Intelligence, toughness, minus fellowship. Armor, locomotion, analytics, crit chance. First attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or power weapon deals an additional damage equal to int. While wearing heavy armor, Forge World characters gain 1 MP, 1 deflection, cannot fall prone. Okay, so Forge World, you're probably... I'm gonna guess... Well, knowing Forge World, Adeptus Mechanicus, huh? Yeah, Adeptus Mechanicus, yeah. So you're gonna be wearing big, heavy armor and you're shooting plasma stuff. Ready to serve. Resolve, prepare to die. Okay, doing my part. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as character, the first archetype in each combat is minus one. Oh, so if there's no other Imperial World person. I don't know the other characters that well to know that. Combat addict. Well, in combat, gain +7 to ballistic perception willpower, while out of combat, intelligence, fellowship, perception, willpower decreased by 7. Okay. So you like combat for now. Stop shooting. They also, the range burst attack grants additional range burst. So probably machine guns. First reload in combat costs 0 AP. Reloading a weapon grants additional 10 stacks. Additionally, Fortress World character may upgrade their willpower characteristic. Reduces enemy dodge chance against character attacks. Ooh, okay. I like that. If killing. Voidborn also sounds good if I would do... Oh, but Jinx kind of sounds bad. Fortune sounds great. Jinx sounds bad. World sounds like you just have to be close to everyone. Forge if you want Plasma, I believe. Imperial World. Okay, I'm going to go Fortress World. Sounds good. Oh, goody. Sanction Psyker, Noble. Crime Lord. Commissar. Oh, goody. Ballistic skill 5, perception 5. And all their allies deal additional 20 plus 2 perception damage to enemies that are adjacent to the commander or their allies. Can only be used once per combat. Okay. Okay, so Shoulder the Soldier, it sounds like you need to be close to allies. The Commissar's next single shot or single target melee attack applies the following. So if I want to do sniper build, ally target, enemy target, the target becomes marked. The ally who kills the marked enemy gains extra turn. The Commissar themselves cannot gain bonuses from this ability. Damn it. Crime Lord gains int bonus stacks of Surefire Plan, active ability. Angelus, Surefire Plan, Escape Plan, Dodge, and Parry. Sorry, turn the Crime Lord has no stacks of Surefire. They can really stacks this Surefire Plan feature. If Crime Lord attacks, they deal 10 plus perception more damage. If the Crime Lord uses a non-damage ability on enemy, the enemy suffers. Okay. I mean, sounds pretty good. I don't know if I want to be a priest. Melee Flame or Melt attacks against demons and psychers deal additional damage. Okay, well. Navy officer? Allies affected by brace for impact, gain cover penetration, get to cover. Okay. Anytime the noble's abilities affect the servant, who's the servant? Noble assigns one ally becomes their servant until end of combat. Got it. So noble person is definitely a buffer of some sort then. Anytime the servant attacks a target that noble dealt damage to last turn, the servant gains crit hit chance. We'll use his ability on their servant. Servant gains +1 AP. Okay, so you're definitely a buffer for someone. Psyker. I don't know if I want to be a Psyker. No, damaging Psyker counts as weapon attacks. Okay. For example, a soldier using the run and gun ability will be able to use damaging Psyker powers twice per turn. Toughness and willpower. Lore warp, carouse, willpower, divination, pyromancy. Arbiter, which is, I think, is the newest one. Shotgun mastery, armor piercing, law and order. Jesus, there's a lot. Okay. I mean, the Crime Lord sounded pretty good. Crime Lord has no sight. Okay. Once per combat, if the Crime Lord has at least one stack of short plant, they do not die from lethal damage. Instead, they heal. Yeah, Crime Lord sounds like they could do a lot of damage. Because I want to see if I could go with, like, the Assassin Sniper build. Okay, Apex of Brilliance, get more logic, helps the upper, allows for dialogue. Okay, Illustrious Glory, which is lore or logic. You prevailed the bloody shadow war against the Void Pirates. You managed to corrupt an entire star system, turn into your personal den of thieves. You stripped Ecclesiarchy Cardinal of the priceless treasure that has been kept in one of the most secure sanctums of the Adeptus Ministerium. I'm gonna go with I corrupted an entire star system. Let's see. What is my darkest hour? An inconspicuous deal with the wrong people results in the rise of a chaos cult. Probably. You're arrested and thoroughly interrogated using creative and violent methods. Shadow of Torment, Brand of Shame. You turned your partners into authorities and became known as a traitor. Commerce. Okay, I kind of like bargains, carouse. Represents the ability to resist negative effects by poison, stimulator, or alcohol. Negotiation. I will go with that one. Okay, we're gonna go with operative because I think the bounty hunter. Let me see the bounty hunter. Mark an enemy whenever that kills a target marked as prey, gain stackable bonus. Core focus is critical hits, defense reduction, killing key targets, repositioning. Yeah. So I'm gonna guess Master... What's the difference between Master Tactician and Grand Strategist? Officer. Extra... Ooh, core focus, extra turn, single target buffs, rescuing allies momentum. Okay. Warrior, melee. Yeah, I'm not doing melee. Soldier, movement, range, attacks, cover, dodge, burst fire, run and gun. Okay. Blade Dancer. Not yet. So I'm gonna go operative because I want to try Bounty Hunter. Expose weakness. Precise single attacks, defense, penetration, area debuffs. Consistent firing position. Yeah, this sounds like it could be a good sniper build. Characteristics, great. So I'm gonna guess we want some ballistic skills. All forms of ranged weapons. The base hit chance for ranged attacks, yeah. Ballistic skills, reduces enemy dodge chance against characters' attacks, perception. Resisting mental effects and psychic powers. Melee damage. Toughness? Maybe? Oh, good. Thank you. Expand this, please. Everyone drove has 2 firing. That tells me nothing on the range burst attacks. Yeah, you told me nothing. Non-burst. That could be a sniper. I'm assuming burst could be like shooting multiple times. That's my guess. So if that's the case, it would stand the reason to up that. And this is just close combat. Also increases chances of scoring a critical hit in melee combat. Okay, in melee combat, not range. I think I had something in willpower. I mean, resisting negative effects is always pretty good too. Void Chip. Trailblazer. First Forge. Harbinger of War. Eyes of Providence. Apex Predator. Sure. Oh, this is int bonus. Hold on. Hold on. I need to go back and... It's not willpower. It is int. Int and perception. Did I get perception up? Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna assume most of this helps with what I'm trying to do. If not, this is gonna be very interesting. Oh yes, all the serval skulls. Jesus, that almost took 40 or 30 minutes creating a character. It makes sense. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Maybe I find that Psyker is great and I become Pyro Psyker.
An excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity.
The man who has approached you is gazing down the depths of the vast temple on Lord Lord. Yeah, it can be awe-inspiring. Excess can be tiring at times. Yeah, I'll just go with awe-inspiring.
That is the purpose of all temples to the God Emperor, to inspire awe and reverence. For it is the duty of his servants to persevere in their tireless service until they are presented with a chance to give their very life for the master of humanity. Allow me to introduce myself. Kunrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship rogue trader Theodora von Valencias, at your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
I don't think my name is known, but my name is Rune.
My regards, mistress. Or should I say, von Valencias, scion of a blessed rogue trader house in the service of the Imperium. Perhaps this kinship came as a shock to you, understandably so, given that all evidence of the connection was lost in the generations separating you and Lord Captain Theodora. It required no small effort on the part of Her Ladyship's servants to discover and verify this blood tie, which has now made you one of the heirs of this dynasty.
One of the heirs? You have a curious title as well, Master of Whispers.
To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House von Valencias. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Tell me about the one whose ship I have found myself on.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention. Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
So why am I aboard this vessel?
So that you may fulfill your blood duty. Whatever obligations you had before, they are henceforth null and void. By order of the Lord Captain, you have been requisitioned to serve the rogue trader, indeed blessed by the God Emperor.
Okay. Didn't know the God Emperor favored my bloodline.
Your former position may have been different from conventional service as part of one of the institutions of the Imperium.
You
But
mean a
from
network
now
of spies
on,
and thieves?
a different fate awaits you. One chosen for you by the Lord Captain. I advise you to come to terms with this reality as quickly as possible.
Okay, then why did you decide to seek me out?
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
I'm enjoying the voice acting this guy's putting on.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencius are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
Very well, you lead the way. To the journal. Storm brewing over the dynasty, so the Lord Captain has something important to share with her heir, if she ever gives you a chance. Ominous. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance. Got it.
Intriguing.
Interactual objects. Some objects can be interpreted in a special way. They are marked with specific icons. These icons allow you to study objects. Hold tab to highlight what you can. Okay. Massive conference table, ridiculously crafted from real wood, resource incredible value. Real wood, very valuable. Technomat? Hey, what's up? Praise be the machine god. Yeah.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Interfering with operations, the sacred mechanism disturbs the machine spirit. Refrain from further actions in the name of the Omnicide. Okay, sorry. Noble guest, worker, noble guest. A candlelit altar with a copy of the 2348th volume. Please read that again. Lex Imperial's Codem of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium.
The world will bow.
A lot of noble guests. And a servitor.
One of the Von Valencius trophy rooms. Perhaps you would like to take a look around after your audience with the Lord Captain.
I mean, why is there a tank here? And you said trophy room? Why is a tank a trophy? Why isn't it being used on the battlefield?
What's happening?
Someone hacked into the servitors.
The servitors have gone berserk!
I am the harbinger of discord.
Survive the grim darkness of the far future. You face enemies of all kinds. Yep. Shoot and don't let it get close. Okay, what gun do I have? Why is it doing 20 some damage? Yep, I understand turn base, movement points. Ah, okay. Moving diagonally costly. Okay, at the beginning of each turn, movement points restored to the maximum value. Got it. Once the character starts moving, the action can no longer be cancelled. Got it. So, what gun do I have? Just a measly stub revolver. Well, what if I read into him? I don't want to end the turn. Got it.
Ruin beckons.
Surefire plan, and then shoot.
I will try.
See, I did 16 damage. The rest of this crew is very disappointing.
One step closer. I will not stoop to this.
I can only shoot once per turn. Got it. Well, that kind of sucked. Can you hit? You get credit on. Can you hit? Am I the only one that does damage here?
Purpose guides me.
Oh, fuck. Character just missed. To increase hit chance, equip your character with a decent weapon. Yep. Well, it's been nice knowing you. He does a lot of fucking damage.
For the glory of the Imperium!
Oh, now you attack.
What suspiciously poor timing for such an accident. Servitors malfunction on the officer's deck at exactly the same moment when the rogue trader and her heirs are gathered here. I have blocked all passages between the upper and lower sectors of the residential decks. If this is a deliberate attack, it should stop the culprits from advancing their plan.
Alright. My right of blood. Hello, troops. No one's allowed to enter the premises.
I'm afraid I must remain here. For Lady Theodora's safety, I have to oversee the execution of these orders personally. I hope you will have no difficulty reaching the observation platform on your own. It is just at the end of this corridor.
Got it. Can I
The world
inspect the
trembles
bodies?
beneath my feet.
No. Where the servitor head are still smoldering. Seem the malfunction is some sort of short circuiting at the motive force. Okay. What is this about the tank? The Lemus Ross battle tank. Yep. Tech Enforcer. If I see you raise your head again, I'll... What? This one has a name. From now on, any tinkering with the vacuum locks will be carried out by our esteemed tech priests. Perfect. As they should be. Tech litany from machine felicities required. Yep.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
That is simply irrational, Lady Theodora. Assimilation into the trade structure would be political and economic suicide. Practically an admission of heresy.
Huh?
Then suggest an alternative that will satisfy me. I have described the situation. No worse than my seneschal could have done. Make a decision. What will you do with Ion 6, Edelthrad?
Survey the room. Your first impression of Edelthrad, who appears to be about 30 years old, is of parchment-like skin stretched over a tightly bundled mass of sinew, implants, and bone. Nervously twitching fingers, a face twisted by a slight tic, jerky movements from all signs of some illness or defect that has taken over his physical form. Stark contrast to Edelthrad, Theodora von Valaxius features appears as if they were carved from marble, eternal and indestructible. Head raised high, proud posture, hands clasped casually behind her back. Everything seems to emphasize the different status between her and Edelthrad. Okay. You see two more men. One is a gray-haired officer in impeccable bearing who is studying the contents of his data slate. The other is behemoth bristling with ulcers and containing all manner of weapons.
Our second candidate has joined us. Approach and give me your answer. Consider this hypothetical situation. Ion 6. A new world on the fringes of the Coronis expanse. High seismic activity, regular magma eruptions, metamorphic rock deposits, prospects for large-scale mining. The world is populated by natives who worship some heretical underworld spirits that protect those who offer them sacrifices. Flights of fancy, you might say, but attempts to install ore extractors have failed for the second time. The mining crews sent to the planet's surface simply vanished overnight. My question to you is, what would you do with this poisoned treasure? We either go through Lore of Xenos or Lore of the Warp. Those spirits could well be the natives' name for the dangerous alien. Verify if that indeed the case and if the population of Ion 6 engages with Xeno worship. There are ways to confirm whether what's going to happen on Ion 6 is witchcraft or not. Might cost several psychers, but it'll give us an answer. Thorough, but presumptuous. It took me a great deal to find one psyker who could serve me well for many years. Yet you speak of several.
Sanctioned psychers are rare and valuable instruments of the Golden Throne. Or do you suggest that we use heretics, who are an offense to the God Emperor's light? It would be rather careless of you to utter such profanity in the presence of his faithful servants.
We are both servants of the God Emperor and Lady Theodora. Does it become anyone of our status to engage in petty feuds? I gave a straight answer.
Insolent arrogant, ignorant upstart. How dare you?
Edelthrad, I believe I gave you an assignment on this ship. Explain to me then why my senior congregator is still dawdling about the officer's deck, instead of proceeding to the middle decks to commence the inspection of the compartments in his purview.
I beg your forgiveness, Lady Theodora. Your presence has such a profound effect on me that I well forgot the time.
So, why are you here?
I hope you can clarify.
Clarity. A luxury that few of us can afford. There is a reason why I did not explain all the details of the question I posed to you earlier. Beyond the borders of the Imperium, seldom is one granted an opportunity to enjoy information in abundance. This, however, is one such opportunity. My name is Theodora von Valancius Massimo of Scaris. I am a rogue trader in the service of the God Emperor of humanity. And my rights and freedoms are vindicated by a most sacred relic. The warrant of trade, kept aboard this very vessel. Mine is the honor to venture into the darkness, beyond the Imperium, and carry humanity's light where powers wicked and heretical reign, and bow death and ruin to us all. It is my decision alone to determine the fate of whatever I find past the bounds of the explored void. Every world I discover, along with all there is to find thereon, resources, people, riches, and mysteries, is mine by right. I command millions of lives, rule over numerous planets, and possess fortunes that no planetary governor or commander could dream of amassing. And you are one of those with von Valancius blood in their veins and a rightful claim to this inheritance when the hour comes.
Well, I guess I have to be ready.
Oh yes, you would be, wouldn't you? The question is, am I ready to choose you over the rest? You came aboard hours before the warp jump, and have not yet distinguished yourself in any way. As things currently stand, I have doubts that you are suitable for the role of rogue trader.
Very well, then I was being tested.
Bloodright alone is not enough to earn the high honor of becoming the bearer of a warrant of trade. Nonetheless, your abilities and talents may yet prove useful. If not for the role of Lord Captain, then for that of their closest ally. Alas, even those responsibilities can at times be too challenging for those who share your blood. Kunrad Voitvir served me for many years before he made his mistake.
Interesting. I have questions?
I have some time before the navigator gives the signal to initiate the void ship's translation out of the warp, and my presence is required on the bridge.
What are my current responsibilities upon this ship?
Observe, learn, absorb. It will take time for you to find your bearings aboard this vessel and in your new position. Eventually, I will find a post that suits you as I did for Edelthrad. Until that time comes, consider yourself my aide.
I feel like notifying of the incident is irrelevant. Where is the ship currently headed?
The Rykad system, the domain of rogue trader Winterscale, one of my peers and rivals. Besides me, 2 other rogue traders exist in the Coronis Expanse, and each of them possesses resources comparable to mine. Perhaps you will one day assist House von Valancius in surpassing both of them in affluence and splendor. I set the course for Rykad on the demand that... for a very specific reason. Perhaps I shall yet apprise you of the purpose for this voyage, but now is not the time.
Alright. What if I do let you know about the incident?
Is that so? Perhaps the Technomats were careless during maintenance. Or it could be the Warp playing tricks on us in spite of the Gellerfield. Or perhaps there is something to all the stories about the ship being possessed after all.
Lady Theodora, for the God Emperor's sake, surely you do not intend to start repeating idle rumors spread about by uneducated riffraff.
Enough, Abelard. Such hearsay amuses me. Idira eagerly retells me everything she learns from the whispers of her unseen advisors. This ship is ancient. It has enough hidden nooks, malfunctioning cogitators, and unused compartments to make ignorant folks speak of specters dwelling inside the bulkheads and plotting against those who yet live.
Alright, no more questions.
In that case, I shall head to... Disturbances reported on the adjacent decks. Seneschal, if the need arises, protect the new blood. It is possible that the chance to prove your worth may present itself sooner than you may have anticipated.
Very well. Heretics? Rebellion? I'm sorry, you have a rebellion on your ship?
Your existence is naught but ashes.
Your Emperor won't save you!
Emperor, protect me.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. One fewer target.
Follow my lead. To the heretic.
Jesus, okay.
I serve the ruinous powers.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
My turn. Cover to avoid enemy attacks. Character will not receive a bonus of attack from side or protected by side. Okay. So there's some cover mechanics. That's fine with me. Half cover, full cover. Interesting.
I need no guidance.
I feel like this guy got those too. But this guy's next, so it's probably best to use
I will triumph.
shoot this guy.
Death shall
19 damage. Perfect.
ruin beckons.
Chaos guides me. Death to the weak.
Tried and tested
What was that?
tactics are the best.
Alright, I gotta get closer.
Sow the seeds of discord. I will triumph. What a satisfying demise. I need no guidance.
Yeah, I'm doing 17 damage for a pistol.
Look out.
Where they're only doing 14. Okay, I seem to be doing the most. Well, no, that Meltoplasma guy, he was doing 20 some damage.
Mort, take a team with you and clear a path to the transport line. Do not let a single whoreson survive. Didn't bat an eye when that scum burst onto the deck, huh? Not bad. I have seen many an officer who panicked at the sight of combat on the upper decks. The false sense of security offered by their position makes them that much more vulnerable to the harsh realities of warp travel.
Orders?
Mort has gone on ahead to clear a path for us. If you want to make yourself useful, go after him and see if the Arch-Militant requires aid. And be quick about it.
Alright. Can I loot
I
bodies?
tread a path unexplored.
The answer is no. Damn it. Keep firing your oaks. Alright.
Intriguing.
Thank Providence you are alive and well.
Always on time, eh, Coonrad? The moment we finish chasing the riffraff around the deck, you show up. Always just after the fighting's done. You could set your chrono by it.
What? Hold yourself together.
What, did the Lord Captain send you to chivvy us along? We're all done here. I'll report right away.
Are we done though?
Master of Whispers, what is happening on my ship? The Voxnet is silent. The Voxmaster is not responding. Armed assailants have stormed the officer's deck, and my arch-militant just destroyed several more heretics on the way here. Is this a severe case of warp madness? Have some of my crew lost their minds and forgotten who they are and whom they serve? Report!
I have not yet received word from the Engineerium regarding any Gellerfield failures, but communications were already unstable half an hour ago, and now they have ceased altogether. Whatever the cause may be, the consequences are spreading fast. I am receiving scattered reports from the middle decks, and the only Voxcasts from the lower bays are one-way heretical gibberish. That the madmen have already reached the officer's deck suggests that this outrage was planned in advance. Perhaps this is an organized mutiny.
Well, let's provide immediate assistance to those on the middle decks. Stop this wave from spreading.
First, we have to confirm that the bridge and the Navigator's Sanctum are secure. And I have the means to do both things at once. Edelthrad, where is he? I must know if he is unharmed. A Psyker aboard a ship that is potentially being assailed by the warp could pose a greater threat to himself and others than a whole army of madmen with improvised weapons.
I tried to locate him, but the last thing known about his movements is that he arrived on Transitional Deck 18.
Blast it! Master of Whispers, find Edelthrad immediately. Seneschal, locate Tlas and the Sister of Battle. Both are to remain at my side. Arch-Militant, with me. I must go to my study. And it appears we might encounter heretics along the way.
If I may, Lord Captain. Transitional Deck 18 is at the heart of the disturbance, and if our goal is to bring Edelthrad back, I could use some support.
Alright.
After all, I'm not as adept at directly confronting enemies of the House as the esteemed Arch-Militant. And taking into consideration Edelthrad's psychic powers.
Got it. You need my pistol to assassinate his ass? Although I'd prefer a sniper.
Then it's settled. Find Edelthrad and bring him here. In whatever state you find him. This elevator leads to restricted compartments such as my personal chambers and the bridge. Do not let me down. I require you both. Do you understand?
I'll do everything I can.
Not everything in your power. You will do as I say. I'll have your heads if you fail. Is that clear? Then move out.
Got it. Gotta be more authoritarian.
Are you ready to head to 18? It is a long walk, and you do not even have proper gear.
Alright.
Of course you will. Lady Theodora would never have someone she couldn't rely on as one of her heirs. But that is no longer relevant.
Someone hits you with a sharp crackle and you are consumed by unbearable gut-wrenching pain. Oh, you bastard. Promised you a special destiny rune. Time to fulfill it. I see we got betrayed.
Careful, careful. Be gentle with our guest. She has an important mission to complete during our visit to the Warren Chamber, and for that, I need her breathing. Oh, you are back with us, I see. Delightful.
And what is the meaning of this?
You must have hit your head harder than I thought. No matter. Very little is required of you. Just your blood, which you can either share of your own volition, or I will spill it for you. We are in the anteroom of the Warren Chamber, this void ship's most hallowed vault. There, beyond those gates, lies the relic that gives Theodora all of her power. The sacred Warrant of Trade. Only one obstacle remains on my path to obtaining it. The gates to the chamber are guarded by the Sentinel, an ancient device that will only open the door to a true heir of the dynasty. I expected to do this part myself, but never mind. You will offer your blood to the Sentinel.
Why are you doing this?
Why? Because I am following an order. What is happening on this ship right now has been in the making for a very long time. All that remains is to obtain what my master sent me for. The Warrant of Trade.
And what's wrong with your blood?
On the contrary, the Warp's blessing has raised me too much above your kind, Fon Valencius. The Sentinel refused to submit to me. But you can help. After all, isn't that what family is for?
No.
I am afraid that you have no choice in the matter. Try to resist, and I will demonstrate the power that the warp holds over mortals. Come to think of it, I might even take some pleasure in doing so.
I'll find a way to make you pay for this.
I doubt it, my dear. But that's enough talk. Fulfill your destiny.
One of the available dialogue options requires a skill test. Unlike past those tests, which are made automatically, you decide whether or not to select the option. Success or failure effects depending on blah blah. Okay, got it. Well, I have a 100% chance of, because my tech use is 40 apparently. You carefully inspect the design of the gate cognator. What immediately catches your eye is a strange alloy that was used as a material for the machine's component, some which are unfamiliar to you. You suspect this might be some kind of Archotech relic. Servitor on the gate begins to move. The vid screen on the right lights up, showing a string of mysterious symbols in the green background. Anything can be used as a weapon? Look around for hopes of finding at least something that could work as a weapon. You search in vain. Chamber anteroom is completely empty. Nary a broken panel or protruding piece of rebar in sight. Alright. Place your hand in the maw. Sentinel jaws clamp around your hand, puncturing your skin and sinking into your flesh. Few dark drops fall into the servitor's throat, and immediately you hear humming in the servitor. Motor starts up and pumps stirring the motion. Several long minutes pass. Sentinel jaws remain closed, and you are beginning to feel sick. If you were to lean against the gate, you could catch your breath. Maybe even close your eyes and pretend none of this ever happened.
High levels of caustic humus. The subject is in a state of heightened stress. Do you require assistance?
You do not understand where this quiet voice is coming from, crackling the static. Is it Sentinel? Cognator? Is it a figment of your weary mind? Whichever it is, you clearly hear every word. Who is this?
Genetic code identified. Child of House von Valancius. Do you require assistance?
Yes, Sentinel. Traitors threaten my life and the safety of the warrant.
Request accepted. Initiating defense protocol.
Oh, damn.
There is still another way.
No, why didn't he stay?
Embrace true power.
Oh, this is probably the warrant. Let it be known that by my will and by the true words of this document, I appoint the person the bearer of the warrant of trade. The paragon of humanity, unbroken by adversity, blah blah. Triumph over nightmares untold. To walk steadily the road of thorns through pain to greatness.
Escort the child of the house to safety.
Need a weapon.
Distance from the current location to the nearest arsenal. Initiating situational calculations.
Anyone like contact?
Voxcast frequencies disrupted. Initiating setup. Establishing connection.
Voxmaster, restore communication with the Navigator Sanctum. I am trying to contact the bridge. If anyone can hear me on this frequency, regroup all available forces and head to the upper decks at once. I repeat, regroup all available forces and head...
Communication protocols breached. Signal latency assessment unavailable. Unable to establish two-way connection.
And who are you, Vox Skull?
Temporary obnubilation following acute stress. Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel standing by.
You're the Warrant Sentinel?
Mobile unit of the Warrant Sentinel designed as a personal escort of the child of the house and a means of communicating with the rogue trader's subjects. Mobile unit standing by.
Alright, get me out of here.
Middle and upper decks. Assuming the probability of safe placement in areas of concentration of armed units. Calculating. To prevent unauthorized units from breaching the warrant chamber, preemptive sealing must be initiated. safety of the warrant is secured.
As the game starts unfolds, you'll see notification top screen indicating status of your journal. Yep, press J to open journal. May help you keep track of current stuff. Yep. That's what journal's for in the games like these.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Well, let's seal the chamber. You're really coming in after you just saw?
Mistress? What? Whatever are you doing in the Warren Chamber? How did you... Throne preserve me! What is the meaning of this?
Coonrad is a traitor.
What?
Didn't take revenge on Theodore for something.
Oh, holy God, Emperor. I presume he is the one responsible for the mutiny. And, Mistress, I wish to remind you that you are to refer to the Lord Captain as Lady Theodora.
So is seen, but he's not here.
Indeed. Indeed. That is easier said than done, of course. But seeing one of Lady Theodora's heirs alive inspires at least some degree of optimism. You're in a bad way. I can treat your wounds. I have a Medicaid kit with me. And for the love of the throne, now is not a good time to be walking around the decks without means of self-defense. Here.
Giving me a sniper rifle, yeah. What does the sniper rifle do? Adeptus Astartes equipment, Shikari equipment, Eldari equipment, solid projectile. Hit chance, distance 95 max distance. Nice. Treating injuries. While fighting, a character can lose some of their wounds. When a character receives damage that exceeds 50% of their maximum wounds within one round. Okay. Consider a fresh injury during the first 3 rounds. A fresh injury becomes an old injury. Fresh injuries can be healed using medikit. Old injuries can be healed with a medkit, but they require the character administering treatment to pass a Medicare skill test. Which is based on intelligence, so I should be kind of good with that.
What advice do you seek?
Fate beckons me.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium. Let me help.
Your help suffices. My aspirations transcend humanity.
Alright, give me the sniper.
That is a noticeable improvement. Now you're prepared for the trials ahead. The lower decks are teeming with heretics instigating the rabble to revolt. But that is the least of our problems. The ship's enforcers are rounding up the scoundrels and suppressing the resistance. The situation on the middle decks is much worse, although strike teams have already been dispatched there. All communication with the bridge and the engineering bay was lost. So, apart from scattered voxcasts, we have no information to go on.
Got it.
But that is not the worst of it all. All these jolts and shaking are most alarming. These are signs that the navigator and the master helmsman are having difficulty translating the ship out of the warp and into real space. I fear that they may have already lost control. We must reach the navigator's sanctum and get a handle on the situation. If we can manage that, some aboard this vessel may yet survive.
Oh, lead the way.
Come.
To arms, loyal sons and daughters of the God Emperor! Fight the heresy and corruption that threatens to consume our home, and with all your might, destroy those who have dared!
The Lord Captain is calling her crew to battle, which means the Vox networks are set up for broadcast transmission, not message exchange. Splendid. While the rogue trader inspires proper resolve to fight in her subjects, you and I shall prove that her trust in us is well deserved.
You will die screaming!
Can I equip the armor first?
Dare to cross us!
Let the blood flow!
Unable to equip in combat. Damn it. I just equipped the sniper rifle. Alright. Get into position. Well, my character's good right here.
Death to non-believers!
Albert specializes in melee combat, drawing enemies' attacks. Yes, that's what I was kind of hoping for. Melee attacks require a character to be adjacent to an enemy. Yep. Unlike single shots, melee attacks hit automatically, no need for a roll. The enemy will try to dodge and parry the attack if they are using melee weapon of their own. They can use area attacks. Got it.
Victory is imminent.
Definitely wanted that. And then we're going to charge. Target's too far. Kind of want to end up here, but and I guess I'll do this.
It will be done. I took care of this one.
And I can't move. Alright. Now it's my turn. This one has the most HP, so I'm gonna see if I can.
Purpose guides me. One step closer.
Single shot or deadeye shot.
Purpose guides me.
37 damage.
Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Thou out of my way!
Move one, then cleave them all.
Reduced to dust!
Oh, they parried.
I will do my duty.
I
That's
will
fine.
triumph.
I wonder if I could go here.
I need no guidance.
Oh, that kind of. I did that wrong. But good to know.
I will triumph.
Who even taught you to fight like this?
Won't move back here. But I don't get another shot like that.
One fewer target.
Sometimes you consult the appropriate treatise on Tactica Imperialis and weigh every...
I am not afraid to embrace the revelations that make others shriek and cover. That is the difference between me and ignorant filth.
How do I level up? Also, equip. Hey, Autumn. You come here often? Why, yes, I sometimes do. In dark fantasy worlds. But you make it a little brighter. Thank you for coming by. This also reminded me of just the pissing all by yourself there, handsome. Don't know why. But seriously, how do I level up? There we go. Level up by sucking my just being yourself. What's awareness? Your chat is not on screen today? No, it isn't. It can be. It's just there's a lot of text in this game and a lot of stuff that's like, It could get in the way, even though I'm already in the way. And then, last time streamed, someone just posted their Discord info. I'm like, I mean, it's normal, but it's been there now for 30 minutes. I'm just gonna disable the screen for a bit. Why read text when I can stare at you? Yes. I mean, what? Trying to see what I should get. Awareness is just a skill value. To notice traps, clever, hidden objects, secret passages. Ooh, that could be good. Open doors, hack cognators. Oh. I might get another person to hack doors for me. I get a tech priest. Rational arguments convincing. Okay, so this basically convinces people. Yeah, we'll go with logic. You might need athletics. There we go. Can I finally... Yeah. Finally loot.
The world will bow.
A las pistol. Glad I killed him quick then.
I hear it. Here, on the threshold of the blinded guide, doom comes from the heavens.
Master, watch your head.
Idira, would it be too much to ask that you phrase your soothsayings plainly for once? That was too close.
Sorry, old man. Their voices are so loud I can't even hear myself. They shriek, they sing, they... Oh, Abala, how they sing.
This is Idira Tlas, personal psyker and diviner of Her Ladyship Theodora von Valancius. Idira?
I'm not drunk, old man. I'm suffering the effects of the warp that is seeping through these walls. I see the ship's fate. To die in the waves of the Immaterium, fall under the burning rays of the final dawn. And in the roaring blaze, I see a figure standing. Who is it? I have no answer.
Interesting diviner we have. What are you doing?
The whispers called me. The ones I could make out among all the screams and screeches. Those who are rocking this boat hit us where it hurt. They went after the navigator, our guide through the warp. Other whispers called me to the enginarium, but it was too late. I heard the cry of our master Cog, and the silence that followed.
What? You don't mean the Enginseer Prime is...
Said, without a doubt. And the voices wail, heralding countless nightmares, cackling at each soul among the hundreds that are now joining the warp. The shriek from the Navigator's sanctum was louder than the rest. And it's better that we saved the Navigator than some lever puller from a cooling module or a cook from the middle decks.
Officer's frequency. To all who can hear me, those with a weapon in their hands are to gather on the officer's deck at once. I repeat, gather on the officer's deck at once and prepare to launch a counterattack.
That's Edelthrat. Oh, Emperor's Providence. The other heir lives as well. Quickly, we must head to...
Not so fast, old man. If we drown in the warp, Lady Theodora's heirs won't be any good to us. If Edelthrat's like me and hasn't yet surrendered his mind or body to the mercy of the warp, then he can still hold on a little longer without us.
Blast it. You're right. First, we need to deal with what is happening here.
Alright, let's go see the navigator.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Nothing is well about him. Can't you feel the chill crawling on your skin? The eyes watching you? The warp ice has already encased the bulkheads. What follows is calamity. But we're not just going to stand here and take it, are we? The state of
Maybe.
things in here suggests there's a navigator around. Maybe one who's crippled or at death's door, but still kicking. And since our skin hasn't peeled off our faces just yet, his third eye must be closed. At worst, it's a little roughed up. So what are we moping around for? Let's go protect that noble mutant while we're still alive.
I mean, you do enjoy the little nightmares. You and Ray. So I do not blame you. As I have also purchased a few games over Freedom Day. One involves pegging. I mean, Peglin. You know. You're a little goblin. Just a little goblin that's throwing balls on pegs.
I tread
Don't
a
make it too
path
weird.
unexplored.
Vicious flesh entangled in metal? Well, let's go open this door. Destroy the field, don't keep our master waiting. Well, that person's sitting on a throne, taking bullets to the chest like no tomorrow.
The Emperor is with us. Your Emperor won't save you.
Oh goody, I get to go first?
One step closer. Purpose guides me. Blood-soaked tribute.
One person dead.
I will triumph.
Hold on. Chaos guides me. I serve the ruinous powers.
Idra, Psyker, and an operative. Operative can study opponents, identify their weakness. Psyker abilities allow her to deal damage to them. Exploit weakness. Okay. So Psykers are definitely mages of some sort, which I already kind of knew. Expose weakness, though. Reduces the enemy's dodge, parry, and... Okay. Increases target's dodge. Okay, so that's a buff. That's a Psyker shout. Can no longer use attacking abilities. Okay. What else do we have? Strike, lightning arc. So if I analyze,
Was that you? Or
Give them some dodging and then shock.
anything else?
Minor setback.
Alright. Then you can kill the Psyker.
Follow my lead.
And then charge to this
It
one.
will be done. Reduce to dust.
Perfect. Creature in the chair appears as if it became one with the throne. You see pink parchment-like skin stretched between the seat and the limbs that have too many joints for a normal human being. The navigator is breathing heavily, the air whistling as it exits through two dark gill-like slits on their cheeks. Creature's eyes are shut. Two ordinary eyes as well as the third one that sits in the center of the forehead.
I believe Master Vespider still lives. Well, the servants are dead, but the chamber, thank the Emperor, is still sealed from the warp. Well, we have a chance of leaving this place alive.
Anything wrong with him?
Wounded, exhausted, fighting back the endless horrors of the warp that are forcing their way into his head. Pick one.
Your time is short.
Are you alright?
Fall to your knees, mortals, and behold the final dawn.
Ah! It came from beyond! His body is not his!
Its march thunders under the burden of hopes. Unseal your hearts, and I will flood your souls with myriads of words and meanings, each one a portent of salvation within me.
Navigator continues to convulse violently in his seat, shrieking, cackling, then his fit stops abruptly. His face is drenched in black and crimson. Dark ooze from under his third eye has turned from a trickle into a stream mixed with blood coming out of his nose. And there's a purple swelling around the eye. Oh, is it Zinch?
Run. Flee from this place while I still have the strength. I can contain the intrusion, but not for long. We must begin the translation. Leave the warp. But it can't be done without the Master Helmsman's help.
How do I help?
Run. The sanctum will be sealed. I will hold it off. Hold on. And wait for the signal from the Master Helmsman. Then I will commence the translation. So, run. Run.
Zinch?
The edge. Kneel before the ascent of a new champion. When the rite is complete, the shell will burst, and thousands of Moors will accept the sacrifice offered to the edge of daybreak by the bringer of twilight, the one marked by the will of the gods.
Yeah, that sounds like Zinch. Okay, well, Navigator's still alive.
The ship can only begin the translation with the assistance of the Master Helmsman, if he is still alive. It is worth a try. We must get to the bridge, but we will need support. Our only option is to fight our way to the officer's deck and join forces with Edelthrad and his people. I believe we will also find Lady Theodora there. She must have heard the call to arms that the servo skull relayed to us earlier.
Vespidus, good luck. And thank you.
Navigator does not give her a response. Black tears mixed with blood are streaming from under the closed eyelids, and the vox at the base of the chair is bellowing out static interspersed with distant echoes of otherworldly laughter. Oh yeah, let's collect all that. Let's see, you have a psychic staff versus a psychic staff that does exactly the same stuff. Got it. You have chainsword. You can have scrappy auto gun should you ever need the range, I guess.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Navigator Sanctum, Private Haven, Ship Guide. Okay. I was just seeing if there's any hidden treasure chests around.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Good thing I got a sniper.
Your ship's as good as ours. It's all over for you.
I shall pity not your enemies. I shall heed not their pleas.
Oh, nuns with guns.
I shall betray not your tenets, nor stray one step from them. Take not your gaze from me. Leave me not without your grace.
I told you he would protect us.
My God, my light, my emperor.
Sister. The white-haired warrior turns to face you. Dark eyes blazing, the weapon quivers in her hands, and for a brief moment it seems that she's not going to stop, and will instead continue eliminating every target she sees, starting with you.
Sister Argenta! Sister Argenta, it is a relief to see you. We require all the forces we can muster.
Your face, it is unfamiliar. Who are you?
Rune von Valaxius, the Lord Captain's heir.
The hour is dark and daunting. The ship abounds with corruption. The faces of friends are twisted by sneers of heresy. The eyes of comrades ignite with the archenemy's hunger. I will do what I must to halt the advance of the dark forces. But in these dire moments, little can be trusted. So I must know, why are you here?
Listen, I've been asking that the entire time.
Sister, I beg of you. Now is not the time for interrogations. The ship is under attack by heretics. We've been betrayed by our esteemed Master of Whispers. Edelthrad the Heir is waiting for our aid, and Lord Captain Theodora is expecting a report on our success. We are here to deal with the situation. So I suggest we all do just that.
I am no traitor, sister.
If you speak truthfully, the Emperor will not forsake you. If you are lying, you will not escape his retribution.
Yeah, his retribution being your gun.
I cannot wait to rain righteous fire down upon each and every heretic.
Ooh, I know, Lord of the Imperium. Was the warrior of the Adeptus Sororitas on board the rogue trader ship? Your orders are to serve the I can't pronounce. Elysiarchy, something, something.
Sister Argenta is a guest of the Lord.
I said it once. Ecclesiarchy? There we go. As long as I'm not looking at it.
Under more appropriate circumstances.
Enough idle chatter. I am where I must be, and that will suffice.
Well, we must get on the main hall of the deck.
Through this door, I shall join you, for it is my duty to the God Emperor to destroy this heresy.
We will follow. For now, we will hold off any heretics who might try to crawl in through the cracks to join the main assault. And we'll take a look at the generators while we're at it. Those villains made a mess of the cables. Oh, I wish we had a Tectomat with us. But we'll see what we can do without one.
Good to hear it. Sister?
Ready. May Terra's light illuminate our path through fire and darkness.
Alright. Good thing I picked the sniper, because it seems like we got close range, mid-range electricity and buff, and then mid-range firepower. This way? Can be opened with the right tool, you say?
My ascension has only just begun.
I don't think I have the right tool. A well-maintained sniper rifle, you say? Anything else?
Let's seize the opportunity.
Trank injectors, gun salvage omnipressor processor? I don't know what that is. Litho sticks. Amos, am I supposed to open this door? I don't know what I grabbed.
There is a fervor in my soul. Blood and mayhem shall be our anthem.
The Masters demand your death!
Chaos guides me.
I was hoping to kill one of them.
I've suffered worse.
Okay, Warrior of the Adeptus Sortas and a soldier. She's expert with burst range. Okay, so that's what I did think. What burst range were weapons versus non-burst. Single shot versus multi-shot. Run and gun is a unique soldier ability. Using it grants the soldier extra movement points. Reduce. Okay, so best to use run and gun first. And then shoot. Revel and Slaughter is a soldier ability which can be used once for 3 enemies as Soldier single battle. Okay. Single battle. Each activation of this wait, what? Each activation increases the soldier's ballistic skill, critical. The effect stacks last until end of combat. Okay. Certain types of weapons let you make burst attacks. Performing melee burst attacks, the character makes several strikes against a single target. If the first strike hits the target, all subsequent strikes automatically hit. First is dodge or parried, all subsequents are automatically dodged or parried. Oh. Careful, burst shots can hit allies if they're standing in the direction of the attack. Yeah, I kind of found that one out pretty fast. So if I run and gun,
Is worthless.
this ability also grants 3 additional momentum for each enemy that is either the 5. Okay.
Rejoice in battle.
Perfect.
As the Emperor commands, I act. None can escape the Emperor's judgment. Doubt is for the weak.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
Alright, types of cover. Wait, I see full cover and then half cover. What's the other? Full cover and partial cover. Oh, okay. That's exactly what I thought. Some cover can be destroyed by melee attacks, area attacks, abilities, single shot. Can go through any cover, yeah. Well, you tell me I have a shot to shoot 3 people with this one. I'm gonna do surefire plan. Make sure this one can't dodge.
Guides me.
Good night.
I will triumph. What a satisfying demise.
I only shot 2, but that's fine.
But of course.
Make sure this one can't dodge. And zap. Kind of came at a bad time.
I serve the ruinous powers. I bring ruin.
Death to the weak.
Well, first I'm just gonna cut you.
At your beck and call. I took care of this one. Victory is imminent.
And then
I'd rather not.
Death to non-believers.
start shooting.
Eradicated. I will not.
One fewer target. Brace yourself, Avalon!
Gonna move over here. That should give me some good line of sight.
Ruin beckons.
Death shall
38
reign.
damage.
Anything else? On it.
And buff allies. Okay. Cleave. And we're done. Nice. Test interaction with the environment with a logic skill test. Well, I think that's just me right now.
Time to leave my mark upon the galaxy. Predictable.
Character about to make a logic skill test. Success test determined by rolling a 100-sided die. For example, if you're attempting this difficulty at 10, character logic is 30, therefore you must roll 30 or less. Got it. Oh.
The world will bow.
We succeeded. Let's... Ooh, purity seal wax bottles. Crystal cores. I'll take all that. We're against bonus attack use. Okay.
Fate beckons me.
Anything else? No?
A revelation was sent to me.
Multi-key. Universal lockpicking tool. Yes, please. Machine right set. Good thing I noticed that. Anything else? Oh, tech use.
Ruinous favor prevails.
Tech use.
Perfection.
Any more tech use things? Shardnet. Xeno artifacts.
I tread a path unexplored.
Holy gifts, provisions. Ooh, I'll take the provisions. All right, I think everything has been explored here.
Did you want something?
Intriguing.
Blow up the door, demolition. Well, I did find demolitions.
I better myself through my service.
Alright, expose weakness. Operative removes all exploits from target, decreasing the target's dodge, parry, and armor by 15 plus exploits removed %. Ooh, okay. Till the start of the operative's next turn. This ability reduces the target's armor to... If this removes the target's armor to 0, operative removes only half the exploits from target. Nice. Until the warrior's next turn, they gain 2 deflection and 10 temporary wounds. Okay. Oh, I see. They too are an operative of some sorts. Which is weird. I thought they'd be a psyker. Soldier, Revel, and Slaughter. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Embrace true power.
This ocular implant was a worthwhile investment.
Another multi-key, thank you.
Predictable.
Okay, helm for armor. That would be good for this guy.
Powers unseen uncover my path.
Her flames rings in your ears and the choking smoke makes you cough and gasp for air. You instantly recoil from the scorching heat, wiping your face. A moment later, a hazy silhouette forms in the raging wall of fire, surrounded by ear-splitting noise and screaming. Yet you distinctly hear the sound of footsteps. You see a figure walk out of the fire toward you. It's Theodora.
Are you lost, my heir?
An apparition. A sorceress. Apparition. Trickery of the warp.
Sister, you will lower your weapon. Threatening the Lord Captain is outrageous.
I doubt you are aware of the limits of what is possible. For your worldview is but an iota of what a rogue trader knows and sees. But I can tell that you would like me to share that knowledge with you. That power over reality.
Kinda.
I can lead you out of these flames,
Is it from the God Emperor himself?
Do not listen to this abomination. If there is naught but his light in your heart. If you are resolute in your faith, then step into the flames. The Emperor protects. His faithful will not be deterred by either darkness or deceitful promises. Nor will the fire burn those who carry the torch of faith in their soul.
To the void with you. We need to follow Lady Theodora before we suffocate in this furnace.
The people! The survivors from the middle decks! We must help the crew! Lead them out! Find a way around!
Over the roaring flames, you hear distant sounds, frightened voices, screams, muffled, distorted, as if the body of water between you and them.
Then we'll miss our chance to meet up with Edel. What are we waiting for?
Walk through the fire. You take a step forward and the illusion breaks. A wave of excruciating pain crashes over you. Theodora's voice fades into a firestorm. You hear the voices of your companions calling from behind and the screams of the weak dying in inescapable flames. The blinding inferno, the howling fire, an all-consuming storm releases you as you step out. Barely able to stray on your feet, blood is pounding in your ears, drowning out the world around you. Your eyes, caked in soot and burnt eyelashes, refuse to open. Free from the flames, you take 2 more steps before collapsing to your knees. The rush of blood in your temples and the horrible pain all over your scorched body cloud your mind, before suddenly retreating, as if driven by some mighty will. New strength spreads through your veins, and despite the wounds, your body is once more ready for the trials and struggle. You open your eyes and see a glow of the warmth light before you. The Aquila, sacred symbol of the Imperium.
Mistress, can you hear me? Oh, you're alive. Which is more than I was expecting after what you just did.
Praise the Emperor. We passed through the flames. How can this be anything but a portent? For so it is said, that the Emperor will bless the worthiest and most steadfast in their faith.
Behind Argentine, you see Iridia Talos doubled over the fit of nausea. The rest of the people who are following you have withered away in the fire that continues to rage mere 2 steps away from you. The Emperor protects.
Indeed he does. If I hadn't seen it myself, I never would have believed.
What happened to Lady Theodora? Did she follow us?
There was no Theodora, witch. There was an illusion, a temptation. A foul taint that tried to lead us astray. But she perceived its true nature.
Is that right, Adepta Sanctimonious? What? We'll just pretend like we didn't see the Lord's Captain standing there in the fire? Abala, you tell her.
Whatever it was, it matters no longer. Your conduct is bordering on madness, or holiness. A path opened behind you, where one moment there was fire, the next only smoldering embers remain. But what am I saying? My eyes must have deceived me. Too much smoke for my lungs. Truly, would you have received wounds like these if there had been no fire?
The wounds are merely a sign of a trial laudably passed. It is something to be proud of, the same as decorations or badges of honor.
I'll allow him to help me up. Even you are anticipating another wave of pain, but it does not come. Your muscles feel strong and your limbs obey without fail. Yet, deep inside, somewhere next to your heart and stomach, you feel a certain tension akin to that of a taut string. You're at your limit. Be it adrenaline or the strength of your faith, it will not carry you much farther.
Did my eyes deceive me? I could swear that I just witnessed you step out of a pillar of fire with the rest following in your wake.
It's time to push the heretics back.
Indeed it is. Your wounds.
Apparently I know lore. Lore warp test succeeded. Edelthar does not seem to have changed since you first met, but only at first glance. His face has taken on strange hue, skin as temples appear scaled, and his voice now has an uncanny screeching quality. These are not traces of fatigue and stress. Psyker's body's begun to mutate, consequence of contact with the warp. You're not in the best shape yourself, Edelthar.
Noticed the signs of my blessing, have you? Yes. The warp is taking its toll. But I'm still sane and able to hold my weapon. I'll fight for the Von Valancius bloodline to the end. And if the price is the eternal curse of mutation, so be it.
I can fight at least for the time being.
Then let us steal our souls. Our greatest trial awaits. I have gathered everyone who answered the Vox call and was able to hold a weapon. Yet I do not see the Lord Captain or her arch-militant in our midst. We are still receiving messages in her voice, but she is not responding to direct requests. I last saw Lady Theodora on the observation platform. When did you and she part ways?
It was at this very elevator, Master Edelthrad. The Lord Captain, accompanied by the Arch-Militant, headed to her chambers to retrieve an item of particular import. After that, all we heard from her were Vox broadcasts.
This is troubling, and the timing is inopportune. I am still receiving fragmentary reports from the bridge. Kunrad Voigtveer was spotted there, and even what scant intelligence on his activities I have reminds me of descriptions of sorcerous rituals. If that traitor has resorted to witchcraft, we must stop him at once.
Let's go to Theodora's chambers and find her.
A reasonable approach. Take your escort with you. You may be waylaid. Once you have found the Lord Captain, you must beg her to go to the bridge and lead the counterattack. The rogue trader's appearance is sure to fill the defenders' hearts with hope, however frightened or exhausted they may be. Until next we meet, may the Emperor bless your deeds. I shall see you on the field of battle.
Alright, reach the secret lift.
Let's seize the opportunity.
Over there!
Hold on now, there's apparently a lot of good.
I tread a path unexplored.
What advice do you seek? Let's patch you up.
Your aid was acknowledged.
Plasma conduit blaze with energy. Goggles. Alright, is this... Well, it looks like a secret lift. But if that's the way... No, that looks like the bridge. Alright. Burst attacks are hard to dodge. I don't know. A sniper is kind of hard to dodge too. Fine, Theodora. Got it.
The world trembles beneath my feet.
Well, we found our bedroom. One dead person. Oh, another dead person. Shit. Not just a person, the person we're after. Damn it. Helmet grants immunity to critical hits for the first 3 rounds.
I'm restless.
My aspirations transcend humanity.
Well, shit.
Emperor, accept thy faithful souls. No! Lord Captain, I didn't hear a thing. Not a whisper, not a breath. It was so loud. Why didn't I foresee this?
Lord Captain. Who would even dare? Unless that rat, Voidsphere.
Doubt it. Voidsphere wished humiliation and suffering, not swift death.
It could have happened in the heat of battle. Not to mention that Mort was here, and he would have protected Lady Theodora to the last. How could Mort have failed her so terribly? The Arch-Militant was born on a death world. He had lightning-fast reflexes.
I can look at things in my own way. If you find something that might bear the imprint of the killer, just give it to me, and I'll try to see what secrets it holds.
Well, let's examine her body then. Ewing closer to the body, the cause of death was apparent. What ended the rogue trader's life was a auto pistol shot. Surely accurate one at that. Theodora's face bears the expression of surprise, last emotion she experienced in life. Something on the floor catches your eye. A heap of blood-spattered parchments and scrolls must have fallen off the desk. So leaning down and closer look, you notice something else. Small shards of glass scattered on the floor. Inspect the papers. Reports, accounts, dispatches. You go over the scrolls until you stumble upon a document that's starkly indifferent from the rest. Handwritten letters signed with the initials XC, sealed with symbol vaguely familiar to you. And sends a shiver down your spine. The author of this letter, addressed to Theodora von Valastis, signed it with the seal of the Holy Ordos, with the Emperor's Inquisition, the secret police of the Imperium, that relentlessly hunts heretics, Xenos, and other enemies of humanity. Okay, so we got the Inquisition on her ass in some way. inspect the shards. Difficult to say what exactly broken. The objects fell on the floor. That much is certain. Upon closer examination, shards appear iridescent rather than completely transparent, as if they've been submerged in promethium. What do the shards tell you?
I see streaks of color, luminescence, blue lights, faces drawing closer. Lady Theodora and Conrad and what is that? Ah! Something dark, enormous. Oh, this glass thing was something foul, that's for sure. Tainted witchcraft.
Alright, examine the body of the Archmilitant. On a pistol shot straight through Mort's forehead, spraying the floor and furniture around with blood, brain matter, and shards of his skull. The safety on the Archmilitant's weapon is off. Kara must have been split a second quicker than he. Are you able to see the killer through her eyes?
It doesn't work like that. I can try to read the memories of objects, but dead bodies are a different story. Something like that would require her soul. And after what we saw on the officer's deck, I won't risk searching for it in a warp.
Alright, best be on our way.
The crucible of battle calls to me once more. No, wait! We must see if we can find anything.
Did I saw like a little tentacle shadow?
Idira, you can't bring her back. Let her go.
You'd give up so easily, old man? I expected as much from the sister. It's not like she has a heart. But you? Oh no. I'll get to the bottom of this. I'll find the one responsible for murdering the Lord Captain. And when I do, that scum will regret the day they were born.
Wherever this amulet grants 10 bonus to commerce in Lore Imperium. Esteemed Theodora, change in circumstances demanded your immediate assistance with our mutual cause. Forthwith, upon receiving this letter and performing the necessary preparations of the crew, you depart to Rykid System. One of my acolytes, Interrogator Henrik von Kalox, operates there at the present time. Upon your arrival in the system, you will, without delay, make contact with him, offer any assistance required of you. Okay.
Embrace true power.
There was a tentacle.
Your doom has been foretold.
Come to chaos!
Two deflection, 10 temporary wounds. Let's go ahead and do that now. Damn, there's no like good cleave. Got some good news? What's the good news, Autumn? I mean, who's I mean, we're all kind of next, so hopefully lightning can travel around, so in which case I do not want.
A tactically sound approach. I will do my duty. Someone else can do this. Reduced to dust.
There we go. Gonna be moving to a new place. Ooh, exciting times.
I will triumph. One step closer.
Hopefully all goes well and doesn't do anything too much. Oh no, I'm very excited. Let's lower their armor. Really powerful. Get in a place where I get my own armies and awesome. Yeah. That's gonna be great. Yeah, what's going on here that's making heavily damaged? Its damage, hit, chance, and wounds are greatly reduced. Reject flesh. 40 armor. I see, it has a lot of armor.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Faith without deeds is worthless. I'll do it. As the Emperor commands, each stroke is a prayer.
Perfect.
But of course. Will do. What an unfortunate turn of fate. Will endure.
It will be done. I'm not interested. At your beck and call. Grey hair, sure hair.
All right.
I will triumph.
Let's see if I can snipe him.
Purpose guides.
Perfect. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Player gains +5 toughness if their intelligence is 35 or lower.
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
What's your intelligence? Well, I guess you're wearing that. Oh no, you give me so much things to choose now. Shit. Whenever warriors attack, they gain 1 stack of Epicenter of Slaughter. Start the turn, warrior gains 1 temporary wound for each stack. These temporary wounds cannot exceed 5. Unsure about that one. Warrior's critical damage is increased by 8% against enemies not armed with melee weapon. Warrior's melee attack deal additional 3 to enemies set no adjacent. Okay, that could be good. Whenever an enemy attacks the warrior, warrior next melee against the enemy is additional 5 damage, does not stack. Okay, so if attacked, get hit. Good. When they have less than 50 wounds, they gain... I mean, we're not lowering right now. I'm guessing the thumbs up are the recommended. Which makes sense. If there are no enemies adjacent to the warrior's turn, the warrior's damage is increased by +8 for 1. No, the idea is I kind of want him in the middle. Charge and push increase the damage of range attacks made against by 9%. Increase charge distance. Maybe. Charge and slash do not end the warrior's movement. Grants... Ooh. That sounds good. That sounds like good for me because I might be doing the wrong thing. Charge and slash do not end the warrior's movement. Yeah. Okay, attacks enemy that is at full wounds at 15 more damage. So, nah. Exposed weakness costs 0 AP. Ooh, maybe. Triggers exploit on enemy. The operative gains +1 damage and 2 armor penetration. Only applies to the first strike or projectile in a burst attack. Burst attack. Okay. Reduces enemy's toughness and willpower by -12 for 1 round. That sounds good. Oh shit, that was me? Fuck. Damn it. I thought I was looking at this person. So we both have operative. I mean, a free exposed weakness is pretty good too. For each adjacent ally, soldier deals 9% more damage. No. Deals damage. Their critical damage is increased by 1%. Maybe. After a soldier deals 3 damage to 3 different enemies, gain 18 more damage for the next attack in the current combat. No, because that's gonna suck when we get down to a boss and the boss is just there. Gains 8% critical hit chances. Ooh, wait, this bonus is doubled against enemies from soldier protected by cover at the moment of the attack. Just a free 8% crit hit chance? Yeah, I'll do that. I saw a tentacle there.
Intriguing.
The first sacrifice opens the eye. The second sacrifice draws its gaze.
You are here. But where is the Lord Captain?
Dead, unfortunately.
God Emperor, preserve us. The rogue traitor is dead. The ship has lost her Lord Captain, and the house its head. No matter what ritual Kunrad is performing there, the warp is too strong. I cannot withstand it. I feel my body
There are tentacles kind of like in the top left area of the,
is ringing in the air.
like shadowy tentacles.
This is the end. We will perish in the warp, along with the Warrant and all the dynasty's heirs. The enemy of humanity has triumphed.
I've seen it before. We'd better get away from him. The changes are already accelerating.
Ship can still be steered out of the warp, but we must first restore communication between the bridge and the navigator sanctum.
Then we have no right to bow our heads.
You can see Conrad clearly in the gloom of the bridge. The broken blade he's holding is stained with dark drops seem to have pearlescent glimmer to them.
We are out of time.
Well, to the party, let's ready our weapons.
No. To die altogether is to allow the flame of the dynasty to perish in the dark. No. It will not be like this. Not today. The ritual will not be completed. I'll take care of it. And you, see to it that the Void Ship breaks free from the warp. Watch over our realm. And farewell. Accursed traitor! A time will come when you will bleed for her ladyship Theodora's murder. Remember my words, for they are the vow of he who marches toward his death.
What? Theodora is dead? No, that can't be. Not now. I still haven't.
Your ritual won't be finished, heretic!
Oh, void spawn, great.
I march for power.
Well, I will stay right where I'm at. Alright. Enemy status. Various abilities and features. Yep. Learn more about them. Chaos spawn. 128. Creature's armor depends on the amount of wounds. Okay. And it's being exploited right now. Fox's Spurt, Rentering Scream, Devour, Crystal Rage, Natural Armor, Combat Master. Becomes staggered instead of suffering the stun, cannot attack effect, becomes slowed instead of immobilized, suffer the side damage instead of trauma. Immune to be falling to prone. Got it. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and start doing my buffs.
One step closer.
Analyze. Only doing 7 to 10 damage, damn it.
I need no guidance.
Doubt is for the weak. This is unacceptable.
Move here.
God
And shoot.
move through me. Be the fire you are.
Nope, keep shooting. Momentum. Depending on your actions, momentum will increase, decrease. What kind of heroic acts? Just make sure.
Faith without deeds is not. Skip the Emperor's judgment. It's nothing.
God damn that chaos spawn.
Anything else? Will do. But of course, be gone.
Lost in our ranks!
Crush the feeble!
Chaos guides me!
It will be done. I will do my duty. It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job. Indeed. Ah! Pain and duty go hand in hand.
I will triumph.
Oh boy.
One step closer. Purpose guides me.
Why does it seem to like have like infinite attacks?
Anything else? Will do. My prescience has failed me.
Brace yourself, Abelard.
I need no guidance. I will triumph. I won't waste my time on that.
You're gonna have to move out of the goddamn poison.
Cover me. Was that you? Or
Not my worst day. Yet.
Oh, I have nothing, no healing whatsoever.
Victory is imminent. Someone else can do this. It will be done.
My resolve is unshaken. Ruin beckons.
Of course, you're in the way.
Descend upon the weak. Purpose guides me.
Can I fall back now? But of course, that is not my destiny. Will do. On it.
Time to prove my mettle.
Another loss.
Well, there's another person down.
High momentum.
I will triumph. One step closer.
Stop it!
It's a roll.
Anything else? Will do.
One less burden to bear.
Oh goody, it's just me.
Ruin beckons. I will triumph.
Please, I do not need you to miss. Okay, we need to reload. That was just... Okay. There's something I'm not quite getting with the skills. Because... exploits. Deal more damage with the exploit. Okay, I'm getting rid of exploits that do damage. But I need to keep as much exploits as possible. But I do not use exposed weakness.
Purpose guides me. I need no guidance.
Better to take them all out
Ruin beckon.
as much as possible, because then they don't heal the guy. Burning Scream. Target suffers bleeding. Creature devours an arrow, restoring 30% of their wounds. Whenever an enemy attack deals damage to this creature greater than 50% of their wounds, gains 50. Oh, great. I mean, moving here was pretty good to shoot these guys down.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
I'll do it.
High momentum.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Doubt is for the weak.
Perfect.
But of course.
Anything else?
Immediately devours. Rendering scream.
Faith shields me.
Will do.
Somehow, okay. Attacking him just gives him free actions. That's what I'm seeing.
I need your aegis, O Emperor.
I serve the ruinous powers!
I will do my duty. At your beck and call. I'd rather not.
Purpose guides me. One step closer. I will delight my masters with your demise.
Another voice to join my choir. Anything else? Will do. Stop mocking me.
It will be done. That's not the Seneschal's job. Victory is imminent.
I need no guidance.
What's the difference that I shot? Also, the aim shot gives 50% effective range, 10 crit hit chance, and just. I mean, there's no difference really. %5 miss. Oh, all the neighbors are really going at it with the fireworks now.
Was it you? Or on it? Will do. see this.
Dodge and parry, my friend. Just keep dodging and parrying.
It will be done.
I will triumph. Purpose guides me.
I feel cold. They who discern the future own the battlefield. But of course. Anything else?
Just a minor setback.
Ruin beckons. This is beneath me. I will not stoop to this. I will triumph.
You're gonna die from poison, so I might as well just try this out.
Purpose guides me. Another weakling claimed.
Not my worst day. Yet. I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Don't know why you ran out of the area.
This is not the end.
Get out of poison.
I will triumph. I need no guidance. I reject the very idea. I will triumph.
Time to prove my mettle. Indeed.
Ruin beckons.
Listen, I just need to do 2 pistol shots.
One step closer.
Son of a.
This is beneath me.
The dodge.
Now I'll revert to more conservative tactics. It will be done.
My purpose empowers me to prevail.
Listen, I just need to get 1 hit.
I will triumph.
1 hit.
I need no guidance. Let's seize the opportunity.
Blade shard. Interesting. Glove of endurance. Whenever the wearer of these gloves suffer an injury or falls unconscious to combat, their allies gain +1 bonus damage into combat. Interesting.
My ascension has only just begun. I will not stoop to this.
My wisdom.
The Emperor sets my path.
Alright, let's just do a little level up. characteristic. Intelligence, because it's more damage with non-burst range attacks. Plus the seal is also pretty good in just general. And then a common talent. First reload in combat, 0 AP. Might do that one. The bonus damage of Surefire Plan is increased by 6%. Killing one enemy with the attack restores 1 stack of Surefire Plan. Maybe. Let's do this because that would have helped in the reloads, so I don't have to pull out the pistol. Contempt, and then toughness. Increases their parry and reduces enemy parry chance against melee attacks. Actually, yeah. Dual intelligence. Every time Seeker deals mental damage from any source other than Aftershock, target suffers half as much mental damage at the end of the turn. Anytime enemy becomes target of any particular Seeker ability, for the first time they suffer penalty. Excess damage will be dealt to the enemies closest to the target. Interesting, but again, not good when dealing with a boss. First time in combat, that ally becomes target of Seeker's psychic power. This ally gains 10 weapon skill and ballistic skill. Psyker can use damaging psychic power while threatened by enemies in melee range without provoking opportunity attacks. That sounds good. Agility. Initiative, dodge chance. Character uses melee weapon. Their dodge reduction is equal to half. Let's go with ballistic skill. Enemies damaged by the soldier's area attack suffer +3 damage from the next deck that hits them. Ooh, that actually kind of helps everyone. Yeah. Epon. Have a great night. Yeah. It's been a good time. The neighbors are starting to fire fireworks, so you probably just heard one in the background. Unfortunately, I cannot stay because I'm... Go eat. What are you doing here? Go eat. Turn the baby back from gym. Oh no. Yeah. I too might need to go back to gym or do another routine that makes me just want to nap and sleep afterwards. How do I get past this?
When the faithful are idle, heresy grows. Injuries will not slow me. Let me tend to your wounds.
Just in time.
The world will bow.
Oh, there's the helmsman.
Is dead. He sacrificed himself to save the entire dynasty.
Old man, he was never going to make it. He was mutating right in front of us. You just ended his suffering sooner.
Rivor, Master Helmsman, systems status report.
By the Emperor, it's the Seneschal. Living and breathing. Well, there's a tricky question. The old place is so overgrown with foul wickedry. We'll be scrubbing it off the vid screens for throne knows how long.
Alright, time to reestablish connection. Oh, there goes the neighbors again.
Restore the Vox channel to the Navigator's Sanctum. Ready the crew. Prepare for translation to real space. You may call me superstitious, but translation is not a good time to disregard rules. You are the only one who speaks for House von Valancius. You may not be the Lord Captain, but you, more than anyone else, deserve to take her place in the ritual that is about to commence.
Alright, begin the ritual. Image before you is hazy, swaying in sorcerous currents invisible to mortal eyes. As if whatever is beneath this thin shell is constantly changing while they're also remaining the same. Taking the guise of Theodora, but the false rogue trader's eyes reveal the entity's true, surreal nature. One of Theodora's eyes is engulfed in otherworldly fire. The other, a vessel of ancient evil, bores into you. A voice seeps directly into your brain without ever reaching your ears. And this voice booms with all the horrors of the warp.
Mortal, who are you to oppose the very flows of fate? It matters not. Your footfalls are an echo of the sand pouring between the scales. Your hopes and faith are my mockery.
Begone, illusion. I resisted the temptation of the warp once.
Resisting the inevitable means only that realization and submission will bring greater torment. There is no power that can hinder the flows of fate.
The aspirant vowed to return with a trophy, a relic that could serve the edge of daybreak. That fate was assured, and the steps chosen. And yet, you broke the unbreakable when you took the aspirant's place. I see you. On the day when the final dawn rises over the Iron World, I see you by my side on that day. The day of my resurrection.
Your image is woven into the tapestry of things to come. I am the will of the weaver of destinies, and today I will weave a new thread of elusive possibilities and fickle chances. The thread that will lead you out of the maw of
Zinchway's controlling a person who's alive and right behind you.
find the keys to salvation. The thread that will guide you and the weapon of our return to me.
The path is set, child of the dawn. The thread is woven. Follow it, servant of mine.
Okay, that person is directly within the same screen as me.
Seneschal, the Navigator's sanctum is silent. The Vox signal is stable, which means...
The Navigator gave his life battling the storm that nearly claimed the Von Valancius flagship. We will honor his memory, along with that of all who died this day.
Seneschal, will you tell us now? Who is that? Where's the Lord Captain?
As First Officer, it is my duty to inform you with the greatest regret and indelible sorrow that Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius is dead. May her memory never fade from the annals of the dynasty. By right of blood succession, and with the absence of other kin who could challenge this decision,
Say nothing.
it is hereby declared that the successor to Theodora von Valancius is her heir, the rightful inheritor of the Warrant of Trade, and the title of Rogue Trader. The official ascension ceremony will be held at a later time. In the interim, have you lost your tongues? Hail your lady. It is because of her toils that we all still live.
The deed is done, mistress. My apologies. I meant to say Lord Captain.
The treachery of the Master of Whispers was fruitless, but victory came at a great cost. Lord Captain Theodora von Valancius perished along with her heir, Edelthrad, and thousands of crew members. Yet hope remained, for the second in line to the Rogue Trader dynasty survived. To hang the ancestral banners once again, and exact vengeance on the enemies of House von Valancius and humanity.
You completed the prologue. Wow, that was all the prologue? Cargo management. Cargoes needed when trading with merchants. You'll soon meet them soon. I'm sorry, has the voice acting gone now? That kind of sucks. I was worried there for a few hours there. But after witnessing your fiercely rush into the fray on deck, the only thing that surprised me is how long you stayed on your feet. Your strength has only left you once this fighting is all over. Such fortitude is most admirable in a Lord Captain. You must now hold your first officer's briefing in your new role as Lord Captain. For many of those who are about to join us on the bridge, this will also be their first briefing. We sustained massive losses among the senior and middle-ranking officers. Some posts have had to be filled by the deputy's deputy, while others go unfilled entirely, and now the deck clans are deciding who will take over the leaderless crews. How did we come to lose so many officers? It appears the heretics were deliberately targeting the vessel's command. They knew exactly whom they were looking for and where they could be found. Which is unsurprising given their informant on the board was our own Master of Whispers. Fair enough. Have you succeeded in tracking down? No, Lord Captain. In all the commotion, his trail went cold. Our people are still on the hunt for him, and any mutineers are still skulking in the ship's many corridors. Frankly, I'd not be surprised to hear that we are now one shuttle short. Afraid that it'll be some time before he answers for all that he has wrought. And what's the agenda for the meeting? Reports on conditions on ship and crew. Lord Captain is not usually drawn away from important affairs to attend such routine briefings, but this is a unique situation. I'm still receiving updates from across the ship. They're not encouraging. Getting this bird to fly could take a gargantuan effort, even so far as you personally negotiating with the authorities of the system we're currently in. Prepare to hear a bevy of complaints and excuses, Your Ladyship. Take the opportunity to get a good look at the officers, who work 6 decks away from the bridge. They in turn have the honor of beholding the visage of Lord Captain. Alright, summon the officers. Dozen pair of eyes bore into you, the expression revealing restraint, joy, curiosity, and wariness. Attention officers, you have been granted an honor. Lord Captain Rune von Valaxius will personally conduct today's briefing. Most gracious Lord Captain is ready to hear your report. Would you like to introduce those present? As you wish, your ladyship. Vidgus Siri Atta of the Tolman line, our new Voxmaster. It's an honor to serve, your ladyship. Aboard this vessel, you have at your command thousands of crew members and hundreds of officers and section chiefs. I'm responsible for receiving, processing, and sending all communications between you and them, as well as external sources. I'm your eyes, mouth, Lord Captain. Beside her is Raver, the master helmsman. He steers our ship along in course set by Lord Captain and monitors the void around us to ensure that we do not stray into the asteroid field or a pirate trap. Hail, Lord Captain. This here ship is as good as home to me, so rest assured she's in safe hands. I'll die before I let her come to any grief. And lastly, High Factom Janus Danrock, who oversees supplies procurement and general material well-being of the ship. It is an honor, your ladyship. You may trust me with all matters concerning your comfort. Anything will be done to the highest standard. In the second row, we have 3 officers charged with overseeing the ship's vital functions. Master of Ordnance is responsible for artillery at Balrog. Furnace Master, whose crew work to prevent extinguished fires on ship. And lastly, Drive Master, servant of the Omnissiah. 3 officers salute you. The Inferius Master does so with confidence, while the Master of Ordnance betrays nervousness. Drive Master offers a salute resembling a dance involving complication meaningless all tech priest mechadendrites. Thank you, Albard. Greetings to you all. I serve at your pleasure, Lord Captain. High Factorium, anything to report? Toiling day and night to compile a full account of your losses. Task will require next to no involvement from your ladyship. I'll personally ensure all damaged components are given to the tech priest's hand for attention that all lost supplies are replaced. There's only one resource I cannot replenish single-handedly, and that is people. We have lost more than 2,000 crew members. Fortunately, the number is not confined with the scum of the lower decks, which are easily replaced, but also includes trained professionals. We'll be able to make up our losses on the nearest planet, Rykid Minoris. However, the whole system, in fact, belongs to Winterscale Rogue Trader Dynasty. We cannot simply begin recruiting on planet without first coming to an understanding with the governor. In that respect, I'm powerless. Negotiations at this level are a matter for the Rogue Trader. Oh. A voice distorted Vox resonator emerges from under the tech priest Scarlet Hood. Lord Captain, the foes that set upon this noble void ship destroyed their repositories and hundreds of machine spirits. The great warp engine entrusted into my charge is unharmed, thank the Omnissiah. But its spirit mourns its dead brethren. We have not yet identified a prayer protocol capable of assuring its sorrow and anger. With great sorrow, I must also report that the Engineer Prime, overseer of spiritual authority of all tech priests on board, fell in battle. The Magos was betrayed by the little flesh that remained part of him. Terrible loss. There is no one among my comrades among whose experience and comprehension in sacred protocols equals that of the fallen Magos. We require a replacement as soon as possible. I see. Thank you. Damn. We need a new engine seer. Alright. Infernus Master. Yes, Lord Captain. Tall man bows his head. I can report that all fires across the deck has now been extinguished. Preliminary damage assessment in terms of material losses, crew casualties, been completed and submitted to the Essential in the High Factorium. The post passed to him from the previous Infernus Master and his next 3 deputies expired on the line of duty. Lad is managing well so far. You can take the heat, so to speak. Good. Master of Ordnance. No, my job's simple. Maintain the arsenal and fire where I'm told. We've got no able crew, Lord Captain. Yeah. Master of Ordnance, you forget yourself. So what? Ship's in ruins. Every second officer's dead. Now we got a green Lord Captain who's supposed to lead us in the void knows where. Enforcer, seize this mutineer. Only one officer out of the whole lot has fallen to pieces. It's not bad at all. Your ladyship, I do humbly apologize on behalf of the entire crew. Would you have us with the Master of Ordnance? Former Master of Ordnance, I should say. Besides find a replacement. That is, for we already have one lined up. Could do the dogmatic, which is serving the Emperor. Iconoclast, stand down, release him. I have no intention of punching him in for a moment of weakness. Not after the terrible attack we have endured. Cease your sniveling. You disgrace yourself and the entire clan. Enough of the histories. The hysterics are over. Let us resume. Wiping the... Master Ordner stands up, wiping the blood from his broken nose. Face picture of shock. What just happened seemed to be dawning on him only now, and the knowledge that fate he so nearly escaped. Master Helmsman? Right you are, Lord Captain. To cut long story short, outlook is bleak. Ship's sound, more or less, but without an engineer prime and navigator, who fell in battle, we have no way to out of the system. We try to set so much as a toe inside the warp. No what will happen to us. Your ladyship, if you allow me to interject, we have arrived in the system. My crew followed standard protocols and conducted a count of all available communication channels in the region. One of them was Navius Noble Station. Station maintains complete Vox silence. Laven's presence here inspires hope. We have located a navigator in the very same system, an incredible stroke of luck. True blessing from the God Emperor. If I were you, I'd grab this chance with both hands, or else I'd soon up eyeing up an asteroid to use as your new residence. It's slightly less shitty news. We can go around and round the system till our heads are swimming, so long as the Prometheum and supplies last. If any thick-ass grok shit lowlives come sniffing around, we'll be able to take them out. Sustain serious losses in crew members and require a new engineer prime, navigator, and all preventing us from continuing the voyage. What can you tell me about the system we're currently in? I created a Voxmaster at this point. We are in the Reichland star system, and our voyage here is undertaken by the orders of your ladyship predecessor. There are 3 inhabited bodies in the system, and our attempts to send Voxmasters have produced confounding results. The Navis Nobilite station has not simply failed to answer, it seems maintaining a total Vox silence. However, we did receive a distress signal from the prison planetoid in the system. Reichland Minoris itself also not responding to our hails. What was most alarming is that our augurs have intercepted signal from the surface that seem to indicate ongoing hostilities on the planet. The situation is not very encouraging, but without a navigator, a tech priest, and new crew members, we won't be able to travel anywhere. Must go to a planet in the Navis Nobilite station to find out what's in the void's going on. Okay, everyone's dismissed. Your ladyship, there's one other thing, a confidential matter of the utmost importance. Lady Theodora, your eternally esteemed predecessor, brought the ship here to the system for a reason. She was given a secret commission. You perhaps are wondering who has the authority to commission a rogue trader to do anything. And I shall tell you, the Lord Inquisitor, Hand of the Emperor, chief architect of his will, the Chronos Expanse. I came across a strange handwriting on Theodore's desk, signed XC. I'm assuming you're referring to that. Yes, quite right. XC, Xavier Calcazar. Lady Theodora was to seek out Lord Inquisitor's right-hand man, Hendrix von Kalox. An interrogator, you understand. All I know is that he's somewhere in the system. Must find him and offer him whatever assistance he requires and deliver him to Footfall. Finding him without any more information to go on will be difficult indeed. That is all, your ladyship. You have a great deal of work ahead, but it is a mere taste of the daily burden of the rogue trader. Soon you must take up the reins of the Von Valisis Protectorate. I don't know what that means. Idira, Sister Argentina. Explain yourselves. The Psyker is suffering some ailment or dark madness. She insisted on seeing the rogue trader. I judged that it would be unwise to leave her unsupervised. I was also hoping to approach you with a personal request, but I can wait. Speak with me when you have time, rogue trader. Daybreak. Best come to your senses. Your ladyship, here's the thing. I was trying to see the immediate future, and it hit me so hard. My head is still spinning. Something very strange is heading our way. Can't make out what it is. No matter how hard I try, single word is all I can make out. Daybreak. Or maybe it's dawn. It's ringing and ringing like an echo or a bell. But if it's daybreak, then why is it so dark? We cannot extract any information from value from a single word. Can you tell us nothing else? No, not yet. The voices are going berserk. All shouting at once. Make any sense of it. As soon as I know or sense anything, I'll report right away. Lord Captain, if you want me to take a closer look into your future, find me on the bridge and we could talk. Lady Theodora was well served by my whispers on many occasions. I'm sure you would benefit from them as well. And I declare briefing done. Alright. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and save the game. And end it right there for the night. Alright. Thank you all for joining. Hopefully you had a wonderful time. Is there anyone we can read into? Doesn't look like there is anyone. Which is strange on a Saturday night, but I don't know. It's also like after 4th of July, so maybe people are resting tonight. And you too should rest, alright? Go take care of yourself. Go stand up and stretch. Get that blood flowing. As always, I'll see you another time. Have a good time. Bye.